Hi, I'm Lynn Patnosh with Ion Sun Valley, and this is Politicking. And today we're here with Kaz Thea, who is running for County Commissioner in Blaine County. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here. What qualifications make you the most qualified for this position?
Well, I have really strong leadership. I am a good collaborator and listener. I'm open to people's ideas. I am thoughtful about policy, and I think I have courage to do it, and I'm a woman.
Very good, very good. And I know that you're involved with certain organizations in the community. Would you like to share your involvement, please?
Sure. So currently I work for Mountain Rides. I'm the bicycle pedestrian coordinator.
Love it.
And
tell everyone what that is in case they're not familiar.
Sure. Mountain Rides is a dynamic transportation agency in our community, and we not only have bus service and public transportation and ADA service for those in need, but we also are promoting pretty significantly bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure and safe routes to school, kid programs. And we have the bike share program that's out there in Ketchum and Haley, 40 bikes. So we do a lot in the bicycle pedestrian world and multimodal transportation opportunities. Make our roads a little safer and a little more walkable and bikeable for those that aren't always in their vehicles.
Excellent.
I also work, I'm the manager of the Wood River Farmers Market. I've been doing that about 12 years. And I manage both the Haley and the Ketchum markets, and both are quite successful. And in particular, the Ketchum market has thrived and grown since my leadership tremendously.
Absolutely. We all enjoy that very much in this community.
Thank you. I'm glad.
What do you think, with some of the things that have occurred on the commission, what would you change?
You know, I'm not sure that I would necessarily change anything. What would I offer? I can answer that.
Surely.
So I would definitely offer collaboration. I think there needs to be more interaction and collaboration across all jurisdictions in our community. I don't think that happens enough. And in the jobs that I have, particularly the Mountain Rides position that I have, I work with all jurisdictions. We wrote a community bike ped master plan, and that was a community-driven plan to improve and create a network of interconnected bike lanes and pathways. It requires a lot of collaboration, and right now we're in the implementation phase, and I'm working with all jurisdictions. And right now we have projects in Haley, Sun Valley, and Ketchum that we're trying to move forward to improve our networks. So I think collaboration is really, really important. Whether it's collaboration across jurisdictions in the community or at the state level. I'm a wildlife biologist professionally as well. And there's a lot of issues and items that come up that have to do with wildlife and habitat protection. And I used to work for the federal government, and I think collaborating across those jurisdictions are going to be quite important as well.
So you have a lot of government experience.
I do have some government experience, absolutely.
Excellent, excellent. And working collaboratively, bringing the cities together.
Yep, and I also think I offer leadership. I have created programs in this community that have come out of community need and desire. For instance, I started the Wood River Ski Team. I co-founded that with a small group of people. I also co-founded Idahos Bounty, the local online food market.
And tell everyone how that started. What's the story behind this, Kaz?
It's a good story.
It is.
Yeah, so 4 or 5 of us sat around a table and said, how can we get all this produce that was ending at the farmer's market? People were going home, they weren't coming any longer, it was cold out. And it's harvest season at the end of the summer into the fall. It's like, what do you do with all that food, that great local food? And we got together and we talked about what could possibly become of it. And we started an online food business, and it was right out of my garage. Open the garage door, the people would come and purchase their products that they purchased online, and it was a great interchange of people supporting the effort and us kind of leading the way.
Grassroots community effort. And you went to some local establishments, some larger local establishments, and asked for their support as well, I understand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We had people really wanting us to get this going.
Yes.
And some very, very generous people that donated money to give us a jump start. And now, you know, there's retail and wholesale products that are sold on Idahos Bounty. It's thriving.
So it's so exciting to be in this valley right now and to see the growth that's happening with the hotels. But there's still concern. How are we going to move forward? How are we going to have affordable housing? Do you have any ideas how to support that as county commissioner?
You know, I do think affordable housing is an issue. It's a very big concern. When your income stream is less than what it costs to live here, how are we going to attract quality people that are going to be able to afford to live here? I think there's other communities. Aspen has a far larger amount of affordable housing than we do, and that could be a model for us. We really should be investing in affordable housing, and it could be a 1% tax.
Yes.
It could be that money comes to a certain, maybe it's Blaine County Housing Authority that would receive the tax money. Maybe it's 1%. It's not, it doesn't need to be a lot. With how much property has been sold in Ketchum alone, it would amount to quite a lot of money if we could invest and reinvest it into affordable housing. I think we need to do that.
Wonderful. So you shared why you have the qualifications. Now, to give me 3 words that best describe yourself.
Leadership, collaborator, and courage.
I like it. Kaz, what do you think our greatest assets are here in Blaine County?
I think our greatest asset is our natural resources. Clean water, beautiful mountains, fresh air, incredible weather, and all the rich wildlife that we have because of the natural landscape that we're surrounded by.
Absolutely.
Our county is mostly public land. When we're mostly surrounded by public land here, and I think we need to continue to support that and protect that. And we have some good policies in place: the hillside ordinance, the night sky ordinance, that really help. Mountain overlay that really help to protect the scenic qualities that we have here.
Absolutely. It's a little overwhelming for me personally in Park City. So switching gears just a little bit with the Deer Creek project. Do you have a position on that at this point?
Sure. I did speak as a public at the public testimony a few weeks ago when the county commissioners were taking a look at that project. And I of course think the project has great merit. We live in a changing climate, and fires are happening more and more frequently. And unfortunately, the federal government doesn't have the kind of money to restore when they're putting so much money into fire protection and firefighting. What I look at when I looked at that project was the actual language of the levee. Does the language of the levee preclude public land? Does it, and in addition, the county signed a resolution supporting the levee, and does that resolution talk about precluding federal government property, federal property? And when you look at the language, while it may have been the author's intent to put money towards private land protection, There's nothing in the language of the levy or the resolution that precludes federal land. In fact, it does talk about government municipalities and collaborating. There is a collaboration aspect. That project actually meets more of the overall language of the levy than almost any other project. And I think recognizing that we have a changed condition, I think it deserves our financial backing. And there's going to be partnerships involved. There's going to be lots of money's matched by the government and other entities. And I think it's a worthy project.
Excellent point. So yes to Deer Creek.
Yes to Deer Creek. I have to say I did challenge the idea of a road. However, I'm a professional wildlife biologist, and taking a road out of the bottom of the drainage is way better than putting it on the road. And because the designation of the Forest Service travel plan in that area designates that as a recreation area and provides access, backing out the road completely would not meet that designation. So we can't remove the road. And again, I think it's taking it out of the bottom of the riparian and directly in the drainage, and removing it from there is a way better restoration project.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your position as a wildlife biologist. It definitely has a lot of value. And thank you so much for joining us, Kaz.
Thank you, Lynn.
It's Kaz Thea. She's running for County Commissioner. I'm Lynn Patnosh with Eye on Sun Valley. This is Politicking, and thank you for joining us.
Eye on Sun Valley, daily local news from beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho.